Hi, my name is Joseph Zeski, and I'm going to be presenting on a passage from The Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by Dorian Gray.
It's James Joyce, you idiot.
He drew forth a phrase from his treasure and spoke it softly to himself. A day of dappled seaborne clouds. The phrase and day, the scene harmonized in accord. Words, was it their colors? He allowed them to glow and fade, hue after hue. Sunrise gold, the russet of a green apple, orchards, azure of waves. Excuse me. What? I don't think you're doing a very good job. Do you mind if I try? Okay. Perfect. So, he drew forth a phrase from his treasure and spoke it to himself. A day of dappled, sea-born clouds. The phrase and the day and the scene harmonized in accord. Words, was it their colors? He allowed them to glow and fade, hue after hue. Sunrise gold, the russet of a green apple, azure of waves, the gray fringed fleece of clouds. No, it was not their colors. It was the poise and balance of the period itself. Did he then love the rhythmic rise and fall of words better than their associations of legend and color? Or was it that, being as weak of sight as he, was shy of mind, he drew less pleasure from the reflections of the glowing, sensible world through the prism of language, many-colored and richly storied, than from the contemplation of an inner world of individual emotions, mirrored perfectly in a lucid, supple, periodic prose. He passed from the trembling bridge onto firm land again. At that instant, it seemed to him that the air was chilled, and looking askance towards the water, he saw a flying squall darkening and crisping suddenly the tide. A faint click in his heart, a faint throb in his throat, told him once more of how his flesh dreaded the cold, infrahuman odor of the sea. Yet he did not strike across the river's downs on his left, but held straight along the spine of rocks that pointed against the river's mouth. A veiled sunlight lit up faintly the gray sheet of water where the river was embayed. In the distance along the course of the slow-flowing Liffey, slender masts flecked the sky. And more distant still, the dim fabric of the city lay prone in haze, like a scene on some vague Aras, old as man's weariness. The image of the seventh city of Christendom was visible to him across the timeless air, no older nor more weary, nor less patient of subjection than in the days of Thingmote. Disheartened, he raised his eyes toward the slow drifting clouds, dappled and seaborne. They were voyaging across the deserts of the sky, a host of nomads on the march, voyaging high over Ireland, westward bound. The Europe they had come from lay out there beyond the Irish Sea, Europe of strange tongues, and valleyed and wood-begirt, and citadelled, and of entrenched and marshaled races. He heard a confused music within him, as of memories and names which he was almost conscious of, but could not capture, even for an instant. Then the music seemed to recede. And from each receding trail of nebulous music there fell always one long-drawn calling note, a piercing like a star, dusk of silence, again. A voice from beyond the world was calling. Hello, Stephanos.